Are you tired of spending hours scrolling TikTok? You could be doing something much more meaningful and rewarding on your phone during your free time. Today, I have a guest to share some incredible things you can access for free with just a library card. Shakespearean pirate.
Yes. Sometimes Grammy-winning musicians are teaching things like ukulele. We call it Lucky Day. If you see it on that row, usually it's the most popular titles in any given week.
Right.
Everything that I have mentioned is free.
Mhm.
And in comparison to trying to get this stuff on your own, it's very cost effective for our patrons.
Hello, my friends. This is Kathy, the library hunter. Today, I have a special guest with me, Eileen Ybarra from Los Angeles Public Library. She's here to share some amazing free electronic resources that you might not even know exist. Welcome, Eileen.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, so let's start with an intro, Eileen. Can you tell us about your role at LAPL as an electronic resource librarian?
I do a variety of things here at LAPL, but my area of expertise and my purview is our electronic resources, of course, which are e-media, which is basically our digital collections, ebooks, audiobooks, streaming, music and movies, digital magazines and comics, and also our databases. So our electronic resources that offer access to like online journals and newspapers, and also some digital images and like our research tools that are online are basically our databases.
Do you test out the new platforms, the database, troubleshooting access, or expanding digital collections, something like that?
All of those things. I'm one of the key people, along with my supervisor and sometimes other department specialists, depending on the subject, evaluate new resources that we may want to acquire. I'm in a training position, so I also sometimes give Zoom trainings to staff on how to use these resources, our databases, and e-media. I'm on a computer training team with other librarians here at Central Library on teaching the public how to use our resources, keep statistics on the usage of all of those resources.
So, how popular are the LAPL, Los Angeles Public Library's electronic resources? Can you share some numbers to give us an idea of the scale?
Oh, yes. LA Public Library, we are the world record holder. Once again, we've been the world record holder in past years, but once again in 2024 for most checkouts on Libby in the world, with over 14 million checkouts. So this is an increase of over 2 million checkouts from our previous to 2023 world record of over 12 million checkouts. And so that includes our ebooks, audiobooks, digital magazines from the Libby app, which is the vast majority of our ebooks and audiobook collection is through that app.
So from 12 million from last year to over 14 million for this year.
Yes.
So that's an amazing jump. What
Yeah.
do you think contribute to this massive increase? Are there more people discovering, or they're just existing users checking out even more?
There's existing users checking out more. We seem to also have newer users too, so it's a mix. It's just an increasing popularity year after year after year.
Over 14 million checkout. That seems like more than the population of Los Angeles, right?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have used the Libby, Hoopla, and Kanopy, and I love them. But just in case if our viewers are not familiar with these platforms, Eileen, what kind of content do they offer?
Libby offers our really huge ebook collection. The items of ebooks, audiobooks, and digital magazines on Libby is like over 400,000 titles. So altogether, it's like thousands of titles, content that people can access. So it's like an online library in and of itself. It's like another branch. So it's ebooks on every subject you can think of for children, adult, YA. We also have a huge magazine collection. We have over 150 titles that you can check out. Popular magazines, Rolling Stone, stuff like that. I mean, Libby is like bestsellers and also books that are classics. We have everything you can think of. We are constantly evaluating our holdings and in Libby, and we're constantly adding new titles several times a week. So we are very much taking care of our Libby collection.
Mm-hmm.
Hoopla is a platform where there's a variety of formats. You can check out ebooks and audiobooks, also stream music and movies, and also some TV shows. And we also have a thing called Binge Pass,
Oh
which
yeah,
you
I
can
use
check out. Yeah,
so it's
sometimes,
only counting one checkout, like
right, for
one
like
credit.
7 days. And it's videos and sometimes ebooks, and sometimes now they have like maybe like season one of a TV show. Things that are available are like shows from the BBC. We
Mm-hmm.
have like the Hallmark Channel. You can have access to a bunch of movies from the Hallmark Channel for like a week with one checkout. That's our binge pass on Hoopla. You can also access online learning opportunities from the Libby app.
Oh really?
Yes. Well, you can access Kanopy for the Libby app. Kanopy has its own app, but you can also access it from Libby. But you can access what's called Craftsy from Libby, which is a platform of videos teaching people how to do crafts, arts and
Mm-hmm.
crafts. Also, what's called Artist Works, available through Libby, which is music lessons taught. It's video streaming taught by musicians. Sometimes Grammy-winning musicians are teaching things like ukulele,
Over the
guitar, vocal
rainbow.
lessons.
The two notes.
It's
Just
like the
really lots
master
of neat.
class.
Yes,
Mm.
very similar. There's also another resource accessible from Libby called Law Depot, which gives people access to legal information, including tons of legal forms that people might be interested in having. Write up your own will, if you're a landlord, how to write up kind of a rental agreement, stuff like that.
That's nice. So, with so many digital checkouts from LAPL last year, what are people borrowing the most? Are there certain types of books or categories that dominates the charts?
Everything has increased. Ebooks increased the most. Used to be like, say, 6, 7 years ago, ebooks was like the number one piece of the pie of our whole e-media collection in terms of what was circulating.
Mm-hmm.
It still is, but over the years, like say the last 7 years, it's that piece of the pie for ebooks is getting smaller
Yeah.
slightly, and the other formats are getting a little bit bigger. I see that audiobooks are a little bit more popular, and
Mm-hmm.
our video and our music is getting a little bit bigger. So it seems that over the years, people are just kind of spreading out just from ebooks. Ebooks is the number one still, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not the vast majority of what people are checking out. As the years go on, people are spreading out or venturing into our other formats.
Typically, in the physical libraries, we see the seasonal trend for the titles being checked out. Like Halloween seasons, we have the scary books spikes in October, and in summer, there are more beach reads. And do you see the similar trend for the digital content?
We see usually big checkouts in the beginning of the year
Mm,
of just everything.
during
So
the
there are like our busy periods and our slower periods. I see sometimes there is a seasonal interest. With Libby, we have book lists that are available. They look like book rivers. We call them curations. If you're ever on Libby, you
Mm,
tap on, you're on the home screen and you see like themed rows of books. Those are curated, and I work on that. I'm one of the people that make sure that we have a fresh content. I change like that screen a couple of times a month, and I
mhm,
can see what's popular, what people are most interested in, and definitely what's always a big mover is anything new. We have our new, we call it Lucky Day, but it's new and now collection. That's the popular name that goes out to that's on the app. Lucky Day is more of an internal name of what we call it, and it's just like if you see it on that row, you can check it out for 7 days.
mhm,
Everything in that row is instantly available. There are no wait lists. Can't
mm,
renew it, but usually it's the most popular titles at any given week, and that's constantly refreshed. A couple of times a week at least. That's always one of the most popular rose
Hmm.
every month for sure.
What kind of devices are best for accessing these services? Smartphones or tablets, PC?
I would say, I mean, they're accessible through any electronic device that is internet enabled. So you don't have to have a certain device. I will say though that the reading experience or even the listening experience, I think is slightly better for a mobile device.
Mm-hmm.
So for your phone or your tablet, computer's fine. It will do that. You can still read books on computer and stuff, but honestly, there's more functions and more flexibility with the app
Mm-hmm.
with Libby.
So I remember seeing some like the tech kiosk in the library. Are they for those who doesn't have a electronic device at hand? I I have no idea. I haven't get a chance to check it out. How does that work?
For the devices that we have here, let's say I'm at Central Library, but
Uh-huh.
there are other branches that you can check out, like a hotspot or a laptop, for instance. But here at Central, we have a kiosk. That's what I know best because I'm here in the
Mm-hmm.
building. You can check out a laptop. We have some Nexus tablets available to check out for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you could access, say, the Libby website. It's not because it's not a personal device, you wouldn't be able to put your own app on there and download it because it's being shared with other people.
Mm-hmm.
But you could get to the website and you could read books online. We have that option. You don't have to download everything to your device. You can also read online.
Mm-hmm.
So that's possible with our books, our ebooks, that people can read stuff online. Because they're shared devices, downloading isn't possible. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. How about the children's ebooks? Because many families love bringing kids to the libraries. Is the ebook or audiobook collections just as wide and popular as the physical books for children?
From what I understand, the physical books for children are still more popular,
Mm,
although the ebooks, I mean, that's increased. Like over last year, I have a statistic here that our juvenile materials has increased by 13.9%. I know for children's collections, it's still more hard copy based, but there's increasing interest in children's ebooks and audiobooks. And we have plenty of resources for children in YA in our digital collections.
yeah, I guess the kids they engage with digital books in different ways than with physical books. So maybe there's some transitional time for them to get used to the ebooks. But I guess
Right,
there could be also some interactive ways, like some read-along features or something for the ebooks, audiobooks.
right. We're
And,
looking
mhm.
into platforms that allow more of that. Yeah.
So beyond entertainment, as you said, there are also a lot of learning resources that LAPL offer. So can you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, there's a section of our website called Online Learning.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you can access a number of online learning platforms like Universal Class, where you can take online classes on all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of subjects. Sometimes on personal enrichment, I've seen like a soap making class, but also just for educational and informational purposes. I've seen classes on there that offer, like, say, English grammar, math, writing, learning how to code HTML, or learning how to do Excel, all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of resources and different classes on tons of subjects on Universal Class, Gale courses. We also have a Udemy, which is a similar platform in that you can take a class. It's like over 300 subjects or something like that with combined with all of those platforms. We also have access to LinkedIn Learning,
Mm-hmm.
which has hundreds of courses. LinkedIn Learning is mostly focused on attaining new job skills. So they have things like, how to write a business email or how to write appropriately for the internet or learn almost any computer software program you can think of.
Mm.
Excel, Word, Adobe, etc., etc. So that's LinkedIn Learning. We also have resources for learning a new language, Mango Languages, which has over 70 languages you can learn online. Transparent Language, which has over 100 different languages that you can learn.
Yeah, I used the Mango languages, and I saw there's even the Shakespearean language and
Oh,
the
yes.
pirate
Yes,
language.
yes.
Belay your carousing and haul wind smartly.
How? Turn thy back and run.
It's really fun. So we always find some free tutorials on YouTube, but something I've noticed is that a lot of these tutorial videos on YouTube or other online platforms, they're actually commercials in disguise with some inevitable bias. So it really takes time to find something truly unbiased and reliable. So with the library's learning platform, we can basically skip the guesswork and go straight to the higher quality ad-free learning from the trusted source.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Everything is ad-free. We are very careful to look at these platforms and make sure that they are not trying to sell anything to our patrons. It's something
Mhm.
that we're very cognizant of. We do not want that.
Yeah, that is great. And it's also free, right? Totally free
Yes.
library.
Everything that I have mentioned is free. All of our digital resources are free with the library card.
Hmm. So what are your favorite hidden features in all these platforms that you wish more people, more users knew about?
We have a resource called Press Reader
Mm.
that gives people access to, I think, over 6,000 newspapers and magazines throughout the world. That's a really amazing resource because it's a digital layout. So it's really easy to use. It's not all text. You get the actual image of what the newspaper or magazine looks like.
Mhm.
So there are things on there like Rolling Stone or Newsweek, and there's a number of the published Condé Nast, like a lot of their magazines are on there. Of course, in many different languages. I wish more people would knew about that.
Is it true that when patrons take advantage of these free resources from libraries, they're actually also helping to support the library?
Well, yes, I mean, the library's here to support the community, so it's a win-win situation. We're supporting each other. So, if the more these resources are used, the more support we can give to these resources and make a case to administration or when the budgeting time comes up that these are used. So then we know that these are really highly valued resources from our community. And so we know to invest some more.
So that the higher usage actually helps to justify libraries to secure more fundings to in the future to expand more digital collections.
Yes,
I see. So that's really a win-win scenario. I really hope
exactly. Yeah.
more people can get to use these free resources. Is there anything else you want to add?
I just want to give a little bit of time to talk about, maybe not a whole lot, maybe a minute,
Mhm.
about our databases, which are in a section of our website called Research and Homework. And we have over 200 of them. And what I mean by databases, these are kind of portals into sometimes very specialized information, sometimes of general interest, of even more in magazines and journals and newspapers. Some of it is more research oriented, like college level, but some of it is, I think, of general interest to people. Like we have a database that's really a portal into an archive of Vogue magazines, or we have a database called Gale General One File, and people can get access to like a whole archive back issues to say something like The Atlantic, or it's not so much a database where it's all text, but a little bit more interesting visuals, called Newsbank, where you can get access to all types of California newspapers. We have a website that you can access newspapers from the SoCal News Group, which is just the daily newspapers in Southern California, like Whittier Daily News, Pasadena Star News, Long Beach Press Telegram. There are about a dozen kind of LA County, greater LA area newspapers that you can get free access to with a library card. Basically, all of our electronic resources, they're all free, as I was saying earlier. And in comparison to trying to get this stuff on your own, it's very cost effective for our patrons.
Okay, so I guess that wraps up all my questions. Eileen, thank you so much for sharing all these amazing ways we can use the library resources even without stepping foot into the libraries. So I can't wait to share this with my friends. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. You're welcome.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you don't have to live in LA to enjoy all these resources. If you already have a library card in your home location, you can link your card by searching the library name in the Libby app and then sign in with your card number. Here I'm typing Fairbanks because I went to Alaska recently, and boom, it's right here. Or if you don't have a library card yet, use the map feature to pick the closest one and start the journey today. Thank you to San Jose State University iSchool for their continuous support of the channel Library Hunter. If you find this video helpful, be sure to share it with your friends. See you next time, maybe in the LA Public Library. Bye!